Last thing I wanted to discuss and touch on was Nikola Jokic. So, and this will be quick. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and hit that thumbs up on your way in. But Nikola Jokic, right? So he won 2 MVPs in a row. Then he probably finished second in votings for his third MVP. So he could have won 3 MVPs in a row. There was a lot of drama surrounding the MVP race last year. You know, Kendrick Perkins mentioned that Jokic was stat padding. He also mentioned some other things, that turned into a huge blowout with some NBA analysts like JJ Redick and all that stuff. And a lot of Jokic fans took issue with almost everything. You know, they really didn't like the fact that Jokic didn't get his third MVP. They attacked Joel Embiid. They definitely attacked Kendrick Perkins, and anybody who agreed that Joel Embiid should be the MVP pretty much got attacked, right? And they pretty much said that he stole the MVP, and the fact that Jokic won the finals and performed well in the whole playoffs, in their mind, proves that he should have been the MVP. Right, so that's the thought process around Jokic and his followers and fans and supporters, right? So with this season coming up, right, and it seemed like the new thing around Jokic is to say he's been disrespected. You know, that's like the new, like LeBron fans had this certain narrative that they was going with, like why everybody hating on LeBron and he's a good father, and why would you hate on him? And all people are doing are critiquing him. Like, if I critique him and it's something about this game that I actually critique that can be approved upon, that don't make me a hater, right? But, that's how LeBron fans went with it. Well, Jokic fans are turning into LeBron fans, but it's a different dynamic with it because he's from Serbia, so he's got a lot of support from his home, his place, his place of record, his home of record, and European people in general support Jokic for one, because hey, look, man, that's the homie. Why wouldn't you support him? And two, he's a great player, right? So I get it. I support Jokic, but I also like discussing basketball, and I like discussing it below the surface. So I critique a player, or I critique a certain thing or a team and say what my opinion is. And sometimes that opinion is not popular. Right. So anyway, I say all that to say this. Nikola Jokic, the season is starting, right? And Jokic fans took issue to the disrespect they think that he's getting. He's won the finals. So now they feel like the support and love and respect should come pouring in. And when it didn't, they raised the red flag. ESPN put out their top 100. I think they put Jokic at number 1. Not Jokic. They put Giannis at number 1 and Jokic at number 2. His fans said that was horrible. Why? How is he not number 1 when he just beat Durant? He swept LeBron. He averaged X, Y, and Z in the finals, and yada yada yada, and triple double this, and all of this. How is he not the best player in the world? Like they take offense that he's not number 1 on ESPN's list. They take offense that he's not the face of the league, and he's not his image isn't blasted all over commercials and stuff like that. And if you look at the top left of the screen, you see TNT's advertisement for opening night. And I think Jokic is playing Phoenix opening night. I think the Kings might be playing the Warriors. I think LeBron might be playing. Can't remember who the Lakers are playing. But it's some good games opening night. And you see the faces that are on there. They got Tatum, LeBron, Curry, and KD. No Jokic. They don't have Jokic there, right? And his fans was upset, and how do I know this? Because I'm looking at social media, Facebook, YouTube, and X, formerly known as Twitter, and they're going off. They're just tweeting, this is disrespectful. Where's Jokic at? Tatum isn't even playing opening night, which he's not, I don't think, right? So it is kind of odd that they got Tatum on there and not Jokic. But they're mad. Like, everything they're taking is disrespect. But you can't have it both ways, right? You can't really have it both ways, because last I checked, the storyline following Jokic is he don't want that press. Here's a clip from, I don't know where this guy is from, but he has a YouTube page. It's called NBA News, I think. Here's him talking about it.
Why Nikola Jokic is misunderstood and disrespected in the United States. One of the most unique things about the two-time MVP and five-time All-Star is the fact that he takes no effort in order to promote himself, maybe even to his own detriment. The Denver Nuggets and all of the media are trying their best to push Jokic out to the mainstream, but he just doesn't care. For example, journalist and podcaster Kevin O'Connor in his Reddit AMA revealed that he has pitched many great story ideas about Jokic to Nuggets PR over the years. As expected, Jokic said no to all of them, since he wants no extra attention off the court. And of course, the best way to get attention these days is social media. Just take a look at Cristiano Ronaldo, who is the most popular person on Instagram with 564 million followers.
What a number. Now I can say,
Many other athletes follow his example and promote themselves and their brands, but not Jokic. In fact, he doesn't even have Instagram. Once, Luka Doncic tried to convince the Joker, but couldn't get it done.
He's just a different guy. He loves his horses. I tried to convince him to make Instagram, but he said, no chance.
And it's not like Jokic has no personality. I agree with Cole here, who said, I feel like Jokic would be funny AF on Twitter, as Nikola definitely has a lot of charisma.
So at the end, he said Jokic is a likable guy. He's likable. If you seen him when he did his post game interviews with TNT, he was joking on Shaq and Charles Barkley. The dude is funny, man. I bet as a teammate in the locker room, I bet he's fun to be around. I like Jokic, right? He's funny. If he wanted to be a guy who gets a lot of attention in the media, he could be. He definitely has the like you said, the charisma to do it, the personality to do it. But that's not the character he's trying to portray, right? He's living and eating off that character of, I don't care, I just want to get to my horses. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like everyone puts on a persona, right? And it's not too far for how they really feel, but it is a little bit of an act. You get what I'm saying? Like, what people show, no matter if you're famous or not, what people show you out in public is not 100% their true self. Some of it has to be an act. It has to be, right? I was in the military and I was one certain way, but it wasn't a stretch for me to be that way because that's part of my personality. But my most comfortable self wasn't the person that I was showing everybody while I was in the military. That was the person I wanted you to see. So everyone has that image that they want to portray. So that's what he want to portray. He wants to be the guy that I can care less about this stuff, but I'm still gonna come out here and murder y'all. But he's in the gym practicing just as much as Kevin Durant and anybody else. Don't think that Jokic is just showing up to the games, eating burgers and drinking beer, and then just hop on the court and just ball out and then go back home and play with his horses. No, he's so good. He's in the gym putting in work. He's putting work in just like everybody. So he cares just as much as everybody. But his persona is that he doesn't. And that's what he wants. So when the NBA gives him what he wants, okay, we'll let you fly under the radar. We're not going to push you all out there, get you all exposed and do all that stuff. You're not desiring it. So we're not going to do it. So it's a double-edged sword for his fans because they want to use that persona that he's putting out, that he's not flamboyant like a LeBron and he's not all over the social media and all this stuff. He's not like one of those guys. Look, our guys is just strictly business. We like that. So we'll brag about that part. but then we'll also on the other end complain when the NBA actually gives him what he wants and don't recognize him as much as they recognize other players. You get what I'm saying? So which one is it that you want? Do you want to brag about the I'm all business on one end, or do you want to complain about the fact that the NBA isn't including him in all of these promos? That's my question to the Jokic fans. Which one? What do you want? Like, what do you want? They're respecting his wishes. I don't want to be all out there. And you know, the guy mentioned Kevin O'Connor. I think he's one of the. Is he on the Ringer? He might be one of the writers for the Ringers, right? You know, and he tweeted about it. And like he said, he's been trying to work with the Nuggets PR team in the NBA for the last couple of years, trying to get stories out on Jokic, but Jokic keep denying it. You know, so it's a lot of people that want Jokic's name to be in the limelight, in the big lights and all that stuff, but that's not his desire. So I thought that was real interesting, man. It's something to pay attention to the rest of the way for the season. I think as the MVP discussion heats up again, I think you'll hear more. I told you so. We should have gave it to Jokic last year. Embiid didn't deserve it. You hear that crowd a little bit because they already been saying it all summer. So we had to get a little louder once the season starts. And then you also hear more of the Jokic is not getting enough respect echoing around social media as well. So look out for that, man. I just wanted to mention it here, just to document it, and then I'll monitor it from here, and then, you know, maybe we'll have another discussion